We live on an island, right? We live on a landmass that's surrounded by water. So everything that we do on this island has repercussions. I'm not a scientist, I cannot provide you with statistics, but what I can provide you with is what I feel in here, what I feel in my gut, in my na'au. And my na'au tells me that what we do out there directly affects what we do here.
We need to sample in Hawaii for a variety of reasons. It's a very interesting ecological system. It's this archipelago, it's all by itself. So there's a lot of endemic corals that live there. The regions in Oahu where we sampled are reminiscent of some past conditions that could have been bad. So there is coastal development, there is nutrient pollution. And so trying to understand what the microbiology is like in these different habitats is really important for the project as a whole. We coordinated this GCMP sampling to occur just before the International Coral Reef Symposium. And this symposium brings together coral reef researchers, and this year it happens to be in Hawaii. One of the reasons we work in Kaneohe Bay is because it's where I did a lot of my postdoctoral work. There I met Ruth Gates, and Ruth's lab has been really instrumental in moving the whole field forward.
The Hawaiian Islands themselves are protected by these reef barriers offshore that break all of the storm energy. The living structure itself is like a wall. They serve us and they feed us, they protect us. They are an economic driver that supports our species.
So right now we are at the 13th International Coral Reef Symposium, and this is basically the Coral Reef Olympics. It happens every 4 years, and everybody who studies coral reefs wants to come here. And when I mean coral reefs, I mean the fish, the corals, the algae, everything. Great ideas start at these kinds of events, and you just get talking, and suddenly a new research idea is born, and so that's actually kind of how the GCMP was started.
It was through some discussions after a talk where we were saying to ourselves, to really understand the microbiology and how it affects coral health, we really have to do this in a phylogenetic context. That is, we have to explore more than just a few types of corals, because there's many kinds of corals, and of course they're going to respond differently.
These are the kind of times that young researchers like myself are really just trying to meet these people and kind of show off what we do so that we have contacts for jobs in the near future.
The sampling effort went very, very well, and we left feeling very satisfied with not just the sampling in Hawaii, but the sampling worldwide. And so I think we've been very successful in our efforts, and it wouldn't have been possible without numerous people helping us around the world. It's kind of a culmination of all the GCMP sampling, and we're here with all the collaborators who have helped us, people who've helped us sample in the Red Sea, people who helped us sample in Australia, and now here in Hawaii. And it feels like this is where it should have ended, because it began at this meeting 4 years ago, and the meeting of all the collaborators is occurring here 4 years later. One of the most impactful parts of this process has been interacting with people who are directly impacted by the changes that are going on these reefs. You meet people who are local fishermen, people who are managing scuba diving companies, people who are involved in trying to save the reefs directly, the boots on the ground, if you will. This isn't just about conservation of ecosystems. This is about the conservation of livelihoods. Because the people that we've met, they're the ones who are going to suffer much more directly than any of us. That was really a personal journey that has really reminded me about how this is affecting everyday lives and not just the animals in the ocean.